Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself. My name is Anzali Yusra Ramadhani from B Class Indralaya, and this is my student identification number. Here I will explain the answer to the exam question to fulfill the end of semester exam, the English for Public Administration Basic course. Question number 1. What do you know about the sentence? In my opinion, a sentence is a set of words that is complete in itself, typically containing a subject and predicate, conveying a statement, question, exclamation, or comment, and consisting of a main clause and sometimes one or more subordinate clauses. A sentence consists of at least two parts, namely subject and predicate. For examples, she's eating an apple. It can't be called a sentence because there is half a subject and predicate. Next questions. What is the difference among simple sentence, compound sentence, and complex sentence? So, first, a simple sentence contains a subject and verb pair. It expresses a complete thought. For the example, Iqbal is studying with me. And a compound sentence includes two or more independent clauses that can be connected by a coordinating conjunction or a semicolon. The most common coordinating conjunction are and, but, or, so, and for. And then a complex sentence contains a simple sentence combined with a group of words that cannot stand alone as an independent sentence. The group of words is dependent of simple sentence to make its meaning clear. Next question. Give 3 examples of compound sentence. So the 3 examples of compound sentence is first, Iqbal is studying with me and I'm helping him. Second example, he studied hard but he still failed the exam. And last example, I have a lot of studying to do, so I cannot go to the party. Next questions. Give 3 examples of complex sentence. I have 3 examples of complex sentence. Iqbal studies with me when he is confused. If you study hard, you will pass the exam. You cannot leave the school until the bell rings. So that is 3 examples of complex sentence. Next questions. Mention and explain about the 3 types of subordinate clauses. So, subordinate clauses is a clause that cannot stand alone. As a compound sentence, it merely complements a sentence main clause, thereby adding to the whole unit of meaning. Because a subordinate clause is a dependent upon a main clause to be meaningful. It is referred to as a dependent clause. The 3 main types of subordinate clauses are adjective clause, noun clause, and adverbial clause. Adjective clause is a group of words that function as an adjective to provide more information about a noun or pronoun in a sentence. Noun clauses is a group of words that contains a subject and verb, but the entire clause acts as a single noun. Adverb clauses is a group of words that function as an adverb in sentence. So that is the definition and 3 types of a subordinate clause. Next question. What is adjective clause? Give 3 examples of adjective clause. So adjective clause is a clause that describes a noun. Adjective clause are always dependent clause. There are 5 words relative pronouns. There is who, whom, whose, which, and that introduce adjective clause. The example are: the book that I'm reading is very interesting. The woman who is wearing a red hat is my aunt. She wore a dress which was made of silk. Next question. What is noun clause? Give 3 examples of noun clause. A noun clause is a type of subordinate clause or dependent clause that acts as a noun in a sentence. Most of the time, noun clauses begin with a relative pronoun like what or whatever. The three example of noun clause is whichever you pick is fine with me. His reason for being late was that his cat got sick. She told whoever would listen her sad story. Next questions. What is adverbial clause? Give three example adverbial clause. Adverbial clause is a dependent clauses that function as an adverb, modifying by a verb, adjective, or another adverb in the main clause. It provides additional information about when, where, why, how, to what extent, or under what conditions sometimes happens. The three examples of adverbial clauses: she bakes cakes weekly. She bakes cakes before he leaves for work every Saturday. Serena eats his lunch with Blair. There's three examples of adverbial clause. Question number 9. When do we use coordinate and subordinate conjunction? First, I will explain what is coordinate conjunction. Is a word phrase that connect two or more equal grammatical elements. We can use coordinate conjunction when connecting independent clauses together, when two independent clauses are joined by a coordinating conjunction. A comma should be placed before the conjunction. Subordinate conjunctions are used when connecting independent clauses to subordinate clauses. Some subordinating conjunctions are used to show cause and effect, because clauses in a sentence, and they are always used to signify time or place relationship. The last question. Is pronoun reference important, and why? In my opinion, of course. Pronoun reference are important because they help maintain clarity and coherence in written and spoken language. Pronouns are linguistic shortcuts that replace nouns, which can make communication more efficient and less repetitive. Well, thank you. That's enough explanation for me. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.